Morning, y'all. Happy Friday. We're working on the Bad Apple. But before we get into that, Mason, hit her with the merch plug.
LSNasty.com on our Badass Colorado.
Every dollar you spend is an entry to win.
10 entries. Every dollar you spend is 10 entries to win. We got some merchandise up there. We got some Nasty Co stuff, which if you guys haven't checked out the Nasty Co line, that's more lifestyle, not super automotive related, but super badass designs. And we got the Nasty Racing stuff, and we got Small Tire Outlaw stuff. So there's something up there for everyone. Shirts, hats, stickers, hoodies, key tags, boxers, socks, you name it, we got it. LSNasty.com, first link in the description below. You get some badass merchandise, and then you have the opportunity to win our 650 horsepower Colorado. Talking about the Bad Apple here, we are finally going to get to work on it. We've been chipping away doing little things here and there. As you can see, it's got wheels and tires on it. It's got a different K-member. It's got different shocks. It's got a different steering rack. This is all the Billy Badass stuff I had from the Blizzard I put on here. I'm excited. This thing's really going to be top notch. Before, I was kind of like not super excited about it because it was 5 on 4.5 bolt pattern wheel. It's like, that's not super badass. It needs to be spindle mount. Didn't have the narrowed control arm, or had the narrowed control arms, but didn't have like the matching racecraft, all the powder coated, the little stickers. I mean, that stuff means something to me. Believe it or not, I'm a little bougie like that. So when the Blizzard died, we just threw everything over here. We're going to take the matching rears and put them on here. I like the red and polish. This is not my car, but I'm putting some of my parts on there. I think Chris likes the red and black better than the red and polish. Dude, a polished wheel is tough to beat. It just looks like, it looks classy, it looks badass, it looks, to me it looks like more expensive. You know, all the badass, they got some polished wheels on it. So they're tough to keep clean, but it's worth it. So we're gonna get the rear end narrowed and then run those on the back. So it'll be 15 by 12 on the back. We've got the 17-inch front runners up here, a Mensa shock, the strange billet steering rack, the Racecraft Outlaw K-member. Everything's gonna be super, super sick. We already got the motor set in there, motor plate, mid plate. I stuck this on here for clearance reasons, so I know where we can put things and build the turbo kit. Now it comes time to build the turbo kit. I've had a change of thought, really. So here, stand up front here, we'll talk about turbo placement a little bit. So most of, God, do I really need to hold this turbo really here to give that the full effect? You want me to, Dave? I'm gonna do it for you guys. I'm gonna do it for you guys. God, it's so much heavier than it looks. I know everyone's like, oh, I can pick that up with one hand. Okay. Good for you. You can big weld your turbo kit together too, I bet. All right. So, sorry, Mason. Sorry. No, didn't mean no shots across the shop. I didn't mean it like that. There's a couple things that I think about before I choose the turbo placement on the car. One is the front end, the bumper. Like, if it goes from like grill to trim, you know, like in that molding area where there's like different layers, probably not gonna wanna put it there. So you either wanna put it like in the bumper or in the grill. That being said, you also have to look at the height to where your engine's sitting in the car. If you sit it real low, just know you're gonna have to run a scavenge pump. Me personally, if I could put a turbo where it looks good, performs well, don't have to run a scavenge pump, I'm good with it. Some people think, you know, with the weight bias, the lower you keep all the weight, your center of gravity lower, all that stuff, it does better, doesn't try to wheelie. I don't know, I'm to the point where I think you could just put shit wherever you want, and then at the end of the day, you put the car on scales, like, oh, here's the weight, and if you have to add a little weight to the back to change the bias, you can, but as far as the height of it, I'm not sold on, I don't know, that's just my take on it. One thing that has really kind of caught my interest lately is the turbos that are forward facing, but they're not centered. So they'd be like in the bumper down low over here. Those have kind of caught my eye a little bit. Never before was I really like into them. I thought they were really good, but after building some turbo kits, if you stick this guy right dead center here, look at how much room you have for the exhaust. It's very, very difficult. Now Race Park Solution just came out with a badass like single 5 and dual 4 super tight radius, but before that, like on CJ's car, it was very challenging. Rock Solid Motorsports sells a nice 5 to 4 tight radius as well, but that's really a big thing. Now, the Bad Apple before had the turbo sitting. It
was like sideways.
It was sitting like this.
Yeah.
Right. But if you notice, if you were to, God, I'm about to blow my back, spinal. Very, very, very short charge pipe. Can you even see there? Can you tell it's short?
It's very, it's like 6-7 inches.
So the issue with the short charge pipe is with this, it's a 5-inch charge pipe because it's a 5-inch throttle body, the Wilson 123. The concept is when you open the throttle blade, the plenum volume goes all the way to the compressor cover, all the way through the manifold. So the larger plenum volume, the more horsepower you can make. So you want to have the largest piece of piping possible. We have 5 inches pretty much standard. I haven't seen anyone really doing 6-inch or anything like that. So I want your guys' opinion. What's your thoughts on having the turbo kind of down low over here? What that will do, it'll give me more room with the cold side to go up, because again, 5 inches big. So if before it was here and now it's down here, or even I can clock it where it comes out and goes up, that gives me more room. Could put the fuel tank here.
Yep.
Or, yeah, I mean I could. I'd have to flip this backwards and just flip how the rails are fed, but I don't think that makes a difference. We could do that. If we do that, we're going to have to run a scavenge pump. And then that leaves the exhaust kind of in a pretty good spot to come out of the bumper. That's what I'm leaning towards. Just running a little standoff right here and literally having the turbo right here.
Yeah, I like it.
Now, what we'll have to do is we will have to get the bumper and front end from the Glizzard, which is what we're running. It's all carbon fiber front end. We'll have to put it up here and mark and see where this hole would be. Is it going to be right in that front bumper molding? I don't know. I think it'd be lower than that, wouldn't you?
I would think.
Yeah, I think it'd be down here. So we can put the hole down there.
That's typically where, I mean.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of messing with that. I think that'll look good. We're gonna run that titanium exhaust. It'll be short and compact, still be able to be long enough and have a good bed in there to get a good O2 reading. Give us more room for that. Now the only thing is, this exhaust is gonna have to come out and loop in, and then this one would come up and over. So we're running dual 60 millimeter wastegates. So I think we could probably put one here and then one here, and we'd have good control. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards, but I want you guys to comment down below. If you guys think it should go in the center of the car, we could do it in the center of the car, but then you kind of run into, are you gonna run dual exhaust, which makes a lot more work. If we could stick it over here, we're gonna run the single exhaust, I think it'd look good. Exhaust will come out the passenger side, you ain't gotta worry about breathing methanol, put the fuel tank right here, feed it. And then we could do a fuel filter over here. I can't remember what side the oil pump was on. I think the oil pump was on this side. Then we could do oil pump and oil filter over here, and then have everything on the motor plate. Super simple, super easy. That's what I'm leaning towards. So you guys comment down below and tell me what you think. Let's go over the setup of what we're doing. We got a Force Inductions 88 millimeter GT55 turbo. This thing is gangster. It's badass. Any of his GT55 turbos with this cover on it, we could just swap in there. So if we want to run a 110, we could throw a 110 on there. We want to run a 118, we could just throw it right on there. They all fit. They're all the same GT55 stuff. I have some parts here that we're running. We have I believe this is Maven Performance. I've been running the Parker Speed, but I had this one here at the shop. This one looks really nice. The Maven Performance Billet T6 dual 3-inch inlet. So as you can see, dual 3 inches, kind of cutting a bend a little bit. Countersunk, looks really nice. Has a little more room in there, which I like. This looks really good. So we're gonna be running that. I cannot find my turbo mount, so.
It's here somewhere. I'm just gonna put our hands on it.
Can't find it, don't know where it is. That's kind of a bummer. We have our GT55 to 4-inch outlet, and then we have a 4 to 5-inch adapter on it. It'll look good once it's got the 5-inch on there, but they don't, I mean, it's the outlet of the turbo, so we need to go to 5-inch. We're gonna go 5-inch from here to the throttle body. I got the female side for the 123 Wilson throttle body. So we'll run 11 gauge 5-inch aluminum charge pipe. I have all the stuff to do the TISS fab titanium exhaust, titanium O2 bung, got the titanium GT55 flange. We got all the stuff to do that. So exhaust is going to be badass, hopefully look really good. Going to go somewhat similar to what we got going on in Murphy.
I like it.
Where it's going to hopefully, ideally, fingers crossed, it's like a 90 and then a 90 up, and then we're done. We don't have to do any cutting. And then we're running just some Stainless Bros, stainless 065 3-inch, just the typical stuff. So this is one here that I had cut up. I have to get the stuff from the other side. Yeah, all this stuff is super nice. Just got some Stainless Bros, Tycon Industries. I like these, the T-bar style. I will say, their packaging is next level, but when I'm doing the turbo kit stuff, I like using these because you can literally, you're gonna take that, as long as it's square, it goes on. You're gonna be taking these on and off all the time, and they send you a nut that's not a lock nut, because if you just keep running the lock nut on and off, you're going to gaw it up, break the V-band. So you'll always hear whenever I'm doing the fab stuff to put some anti-seize on these. Lastly, our control we're running these are absolutely badass. Highly recommend these. These are the TurboSmart PowerGate 60s. We're gonna run two 60mm gates just because it's a big badass motor, and having some good control is going to be important. Some of the smaller stuff, smaller motor, big turbo, where we know we're just gonna be running a lot of boost all the time, even down low, we run one 60mm wastegate. All it really does from what I've seen is just change how much dome pressure you're putting on there, because it has less control, it's less efficient. And then I got two of these. I probably might put two of them on there. The race ports, the 50mm race ports. These are supposedly bad to the bone.
Dude, they look bad to the bone.
They are badass. I have two of them, so might as well use them, don't you think?
I think putting two on there would be cool.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get some flanges for these. I actually had these on. These were for the Colorado turbo kit, but obviously got rid of that thing. We don't get rid of any of the parts that are badass that we're going to put on something else. So it's going to be, this car front to back, head to toe is going to be, I think, badass. So I'm gonna see if I can find me a drain mount and I can get this hot side knocked out today. I think running the turbo there is gonna be a piece of cake to mount the turbo, because I only gotta come off with a little bar, and then I could hold the turbo there and then start running the hot side, and we'll be good to go. So first things first, we need to get the front end stuck up there and just see where that puts us for putting that turbo there. It's close enough.
Yeah.
So we got Mason in there acting as the turbo, make turbo noises for the camera. So I guess we're JDM.
Yeah, we're imports now.
We're import, just like that. No blow off valve, just compressor surge. Turbo's taking shits left and right, you know it. So I don't know if I'm making a bigger deal of it than what we got. So factory front frame rail car, this tube is just square with the frame. I want to kind of put the turbo right here, but the frame is there. So now our option is way over yonder, which I think might be too far left, or a little bit more centered down low.
A little bit more centered.
But then the issue is when you put a little more centered, like, oh, you couldn't get that centered in the car. Well, we could, but we just didn't want to. All right, here, big guy. Show us that farm strength they taught you in Indiana.
Yeah, I didn't get those jeans.
I don't think it'll fit through there physically.
No.
Hold on, we gotta pull the front end forward and then back.
Here, yeah, pull it back. I'm gonna set it on the ground, and you guys can. Oh, it was the block of wood that hit the front end. My bad.
Oh, the block wood's technically
Wedged.
yeah. Try to slide the turbo more forward.
I can't because you're big ass on. And by big ass, I mean fat ass.
Hey, weird that the woodwork hit, ain't it?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Try and angle it a little bit. Cock it, cock it, cock it, cock it. Keep going. Cock it some more.
That should be all you.
That's it.
Yep.
Done.
Damn it.
Now let's see where the turbo sits.
That's it. All right, hold that shit completely fucking still, and let's pull the front end off.
I just heard you go on for 20 minutes over here about how you didn't want to run this cabin phone.
Hang on, before I know.
No, we
I
won't.
did too.
Listen.
Hang on, I want to ask something though.
Yeah.
Before we do anything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Where's that bar come out? How will we support this
It's
bar?
gonna come out right here,
Uh-huh.
and it's gonna go to this. So it'll have just a little bit of bend in it. And then the hot side will also support it.
Yeah.
So like this will just go right in there, the other one will come across. And the cold side will also support it as well.
Okay.
We'll run 4-inch out to here, and then we'll run 5-inch from there up. Oh, let's pull this front end off. You just stay right there.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Watch your head. Oh, Dave, you can look at it from this angle. Just envision Mason not being there.
Hey, take a picture of it and then we'll prop them out.
Hold on, give me a camouflage blanket.
No, yeah, you're camouflaging right now. That looks good. I like it.
It looks like it should have 2 of them.
I think I need one on the other side.
Yeah,
I think we should put it on.
Oh, are you going twin 88s?
Hey. How does that get?
Twin 88s?
Make the turbo kit easier.
I gotta take a picture of this here. Damn, I need to get that. All right, we got our turbo placement and everything locked in. I'm gonna end this video, edit it. I know it's coming out late on a Friday. Busy day. Go over to lsnasty.com. Enter to win our Colorado single turbo, 650 horsepower. I'm gonna get to mocking up this hot side. I was not able to obtain a turbo drain mount. I'm gonna start building the hot side first, and I'll put the drain mount on after, and then hopefully everything would be good to go. So we're gonna see how far we can get tonight, and hopefully I can get the hot side done and go from there. So that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. If you guys haven't already, go and subscribe to this channel, and give them 2 reasons why they need to subscribe to this channel. Just 2. I know there's a 10,000, but just give them 2.
Reasons why
2 reasons why.
they should subscribe?
Yeah, why should they subscribe?
Because they can learn some shit,
All right, that's 1. What's the other one?
and because we do some cool ass shit.
All right, there you go. There's your 2 reasons. Go subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next upload.